Greetings to all the family out there. Yesterday I was doing a teachings about showing the people of Ghana, all the aspiring Ghana people in the flight school and doing flight training about how to be able to use the information that they get out of their Sky Vector or for they get out of their sessional charts or their various navigation charts for plotting about how they're gonna how long or the distance. They have the distance already, but it's gonna take them how long. That is the time and the fuel consumption is because that information is very mandatory to be able to go through every flight. Now I received some messages about people concerning they feel I am being partial because they saw the information to be very good, or it's a short form of, it's kind of a shortcut of getting things done. So I decided to get this out here in English so that everybody will also see exactly what I'm talking about. So yesterday we have a point, we have our cardinal point here, and we have point ACC, which is Accra. And today, let me use Kumasi as an example. Kumasi, see what I'm saying? So from Accra to Kumasi, we pull out the chart, and on the chart, it gives us every information that we're going to need, including our magnetic heading and our true course, is what I'm saying. Now, it's saying we're going to use a heading. Even looking at this, because we are coming from here, this is the origin and this is the destination. You see what I'm saying? So even looking at the cardinal point is going to tell us that we are in the last quadrant. And the last quadrant, this is 90, 180, 270. So we are somewhere around 313 or 300 and I would say 310. So we have our true course. Our true course is 310. You see what I'm saying? That is our true course. Now our distance between between Accra and Kumasi. Let me say the distance between Accra and Kumasi is about 50 nautical miles. Let me use 50 miles today. Now, this is a very simple and easy way to get things done. Now, based on this, we already have the information. Now, I was saying yesterday that we can pick some reference points on our way so that it's going to make things easy for us. And we're going to calculate the time it's going to take us to reach each point. And on top of that, we're going to calculate the amount of fuel is going to take to reach each point. You see what I'm saying? So now we have Accra in Ghana to Kumasi in Ghana. Now we know our true course is going to be 310. You see what I'm saying? Degrees. And we know the distance is 50 nautical miles. Now, we're going to do this. We know our distance is 50 nautical miles. Right. Let me bring it down a little bit. We know our distance is 50 nautical miles. Distance. We know our true course is equal to 313, or let's say 310. And on the chart, it gives us our true air speed, which is 110 knots, TAS, right here. TAS is the 110 knots that your airplane is going to cruise at the maximum cruise settings. It can differ based on the airplane, but let us use the 110 knots. So you're gonna use your true airspeed is 110 knots. Now, we have this information. Then you go to your POH. Your POH for the airplane is going to tell you that your airplane consumes about maybe 9 gallons of fuel per every hour. So you need this information to get all the job done. Now, first of all, let us calculate the time it's going to take to travel this 50 nautical miles from Accra to Kumasi. So it's going to be, the formula is, since we are dealing in time, the formula is 60 minutes divided by the true air speed times the distance, which is 50 knots, 50 nautical miles. And that is going to give you your, remember the true airspeed is also in knots. You see what I'm saying? This is in knots and this is in knots. So this will gonna cancel and it's going to leave the minutes. So it's going to be 60 divided by 110. 60 divided by 110 times 50. Divided by 110 times 50, and we got 27.27. So seconds and minutes. Now we already know that the 27 is the minutes and the 0.27 is the seconds. So we're gonna multiply the 0.27 by 60 and it's gonna give you the answer in seconds. So it's 16 seconds, and so you're gonna get 16 seconds right here. Now we know 27 and 16 seconds. So 27 minutes and 16 seconds. Now we know our distance, we know our true course, we know our true airspeed, we know our fuel consumption, and we know the time it's gonna take to travel from Kumasi, to travel from Accra to Kumasi. So we know it's 27.16 seconds. Now we're gonna use it to get our fuel. How many gallons of fuel are we gonna need for this journey? It is gonna be very simple. If you can burn 9 gallons within 1 hour and you are traveling 27 minutes, then you're gonna need less than 4.5 gallons. But let us calculate. So it's gonna be, the formula is, if 9 is equal to 1 hour, then how many is equal to 27 minutes and 16 seconds? So it's gonna be 27 divided by 60 times, or you can make it 27.27. You can convert this back to the 0.27 divided by 60, or you can make it simple to make things easy. I'm just doing this for the easy way. You can make it 28. You can convert this to, if you are doing a rare trip, you will run this up to 8 because you want to get the enough fuel in your airplane, you know. So let us make this 28. So it's going to be 28 divided by 60 minutes. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes times the 9 gallons. So 28 divided by 60 times 9. And the answer is you're going to need 4.2 gallons of fuel for the entire 50 nautical miles trip. You're going to need 4.2 gallons for the entire 50 nautical miles. So people are asking me about the formula. So the formula for the distance, the formula for the time is equal to 60 minutes divided by true air speed times the distance to be traveled times the distance to be traveled. And the fuel is equal to time to be traveled is this one right here, divided by 60 minutes times the amount of gallon that your airplane can consume in 1 hour. So in our case, we realize it's 9 gallons. This is the formula that it's very simple. So sometimes I try to make it easy for the people in Ghana. You know, most of them are getting involved in the aviation and they want to know deep stuff. So I try to speak in my own dialect to make it more easy. So that is how come. I'm not trying to be partial. I love everybody, you know, but I try to make things also more easy for them as well. And this is the formula for the people who requested. I got a lot of messages in my inbox on Facebook yesterday, so I decided to put this out there. And I realized my network was not good, so I decided to do the straight up recording and to be able to put it on later on. So that is it. I love you all. Have a wonderful day, or have a good or happy Sunday or whatever. So this is the formula. You get the time first and the fuel. So you use the time to get the amount of fuel you're gonna need. If you don't know the time you are how many minutes you are traveling, how can you get the fuel? I know I'm traveling for about 27 minutes. So based on the 27 minutes, if my airplane is gonna burn about 10 gallons per hour, then I'm gonna need this amount of fuel to be able to travel. So that is it. You're gonna need this to fill up all your logbook or navigation logs all the time. Every time you fly, you have to do a navigation log. Sometimes, because I've been doing this over and over, so sometimes it can take me about less than 10 minutes to fill out my logbook, because to fill out my navigation log, so I know what I'm doing. If you're really getting into the aviation and you want to be flying and you go really high, you should know this basic mathematics. So I love you all.